Hello, I hope you're well and that you're having a good day or night depending on when you're watching this video. And today we're going to be planning for July and we're going to go for a daisy theme. I've seen a few of these lately, but I wanted to do my own sort of more loose and doodly take on this, and I also wanted to use a gold sparkly color for the center of the daisies, so this is pretty much what we're going to do here. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I started off by writing the name of the month in gold brush lettering, and then I added a few strokes in black fine liner on the bottom and right side of the letters just to make them stand out a little bit more, and I also added a few highlights in a more sparkly gold pen that I will be using to color in the centers of the daisies. On the right side of the page, I'm adding a quote, and I'm actually using Kraft paper as the background for it because I will be writing it in white. It doesn't stand out a lot, but I kind of really liked the subtle look for this setup, and the quote says, "A little bit of summer is what the whole year is about." And summer is my favorite season, so I really appreciated this quote and I can really relate to it. And then it was time to start drawing the daisies. And as you can see, I went for a very loose, doodly style here, just because I wanted to make them simple and easy and very quick to create. This setup is probably one of the fastest that I've done for my bullet journal, and I actually really liked how this came out. After I finished drawing the daisies, you can see that I'm filling them in. Well, I'm filling in the centers with a gold sparkly pen that I used for the highlights on my title. And I wanted to make them a little bit sparkly and a little bit different from the traditional yellow-centered daisies that I'm sure you've seen in various setups out there. Not that I don't like that look, I just wanted to make my setup a little bit different because I'm sure you've seen other versions of daisies all the time, and I thought that you might want to see something a little bit, I don't know, different. I keep saying that word. It's not that different, it's just this is what I wanted to go for, and I hope you like it, is what I'm really trying to say. My final touch for the spread was to kind of highlight the summer and year portions of my quotes in that same gold pen, just to make the quote a little bit more interesting. And in case you're wondering, yes, I will be adding washi tape to all of these spreads later on, but as usual, I will show you how they all look with only the doodles first, and add washi tape later in case that is not something that you are into. Anyways, next up we have the habit tracker and mood tracker spread, and here again I'm adding just a few strokes of black fine liner just to make the lettering stand out a little bit. I'm sort of adding a drop shadow, if you will. And I am going to draw my mood tracker on the right, and there I'm pretty much just going to draw a whole bunch of daisies, and the mood tracker portion will be what color I fill in the centers of those daisies. And I will be adding a legend a bit later because I actually forgot to add one until the very end, but I did remember to add one at the end, so you will see it in this video, unlike some of the other videos I've been doing lately.
For
for my habit tracker, I'm going for the same calendar stamps that I've been using for my habit trackers for quite a few months now, because they are just so incredibly convenient. And of course, I'm going to be using them here again. For the next spread, this is my calendar spread, and I also really liked how this one came out, because for the first time I'm actually using gold pen to draw the calendar, and I really liked how it looked, especially with the daisy doodles. I think it made the calendar a lot more interesting, and I think I'm going to be using my gel pens to draw my calendars from now on every once in a while, just because I really like how it kind of makes the page a little bit more sparkly and adds a little bit more drama. Finally, for the days of the week, I used the same gold brush marker that I used for my title page, and of course I had to add some daisy doodles to decorate, and I am doing that at the very end. The next and final spread is my tasks and review spread, and this is actually a very simple one, and here I decided to use Kraft paper for the titles because I used that for the quote on the title page, so I kind of wanted to bring that in again and use it here, just because I kind of wanted to make the titles a little bit different for each spread. And my final touch for the spread was just a few gold doodles at the top, just in the places where there was some empty space around the titles. And now I'm going to show you a flip through of how the spreads look like at the moment with only doodles. And after that, I'm going to show you the washi tape. I actually think that the spreads look pretty good the way they are, and I didn't really leave a lot of space for washi tape, which you will see I don't use as much of it because of this, but I still prefer them with washi tape, of course, because washi tape is my favorite form of stationery. And here we're going to start with some gold washi tape at the bottom of my title page, just to make things a little bit more sparkly, and I'm also going to add a little bit of this floral beige washi tape because I think it matched the color scheme really well, and it almost has a sort of daisy-like pattern, but not really. But anyways, I thought that it still matched the color scheme and the theme of, well, daisies. I also added some washi tape at the top, but you can see that I'm actually removing it because I didn't like how it looked, and I decided to add another daisy doodle there instead to kind of fill in the empty space. Next up, I also forgot that I drew only 30 daisies for my mood tracker, and there are 31 days in the month, so I quickly added an extra. And I'm adding a little bit of washi tape to the bottom of my habit tracker, both the gold one and the sort of floral patterned one, just to make that side of the spread a little bit more interesting, since I didn't really add any decorations to it until, well, I added washi tape, so that definitely helped for this spread. And for the calendar spread, I added just a tiny bit of washi tape to the bottom right corner because I did leave a little bit of empty space there, knowing that I would be adding washi tape. Of course, if you don't like the idea of washi tape, you could have just filled in all of those spaces with the doodles. And I added a tiny bit of gold washi tape to the very top of the spread just because there was another tiny empty space there. And for my final spread, I actually added probably more washi tape than I have for the rest of the spreads put together, and I added a little bit of washi tape to the center of the spread because I'm not sure if you can see this on camera, but there was actually a black smudge there and it kind of bothered me, and I kind of went over it a little bit in my white paint marker, but it didn't really cover it all that well, so I thought that putting washi tape there would be perfect. And I actually really like how the spread came out. And since I had washi tape on the tasks portion, then I also decided to add some washi tape to the review side just to even things out. And I think that washi tape was just the thing to kind of make the spread a little bit more interesting and to bring everything together. And this was it. Now I'm just going to show you the final flip through of how all of the spreads look like in the end. And here they are. I actually really enjoyed this setup. Even though it was fairly quick and fairly simple, I still really liked how this came out, and I really like the kind of gold look for the daisies and the very kind of doodly, sketchy versions of the daisies that I drew. So anyways, let me know if you enjoyed this setup, what you thought about this video and this theme, and what your theme is for July. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Be you, always. Bye!